Hey,
Hello.
welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hello.
So welcome to CIP Berkshire's student panel. My name is Matthew Kishorek, the Assistant Director at the College Internship Program. Prior to joining the team at CIP Berkshire, I have held several leadership positions within CIP's national office, including managing summer programs, conducting development work for new CIP under CIP's founder, Dr. Michael McMahon. In the role as the Assistant Program Director, I manage the day-to-day operations of the CIP Berkshire Center. I am responsible for supporting program delivery and service quality at the center and work to ensure that all student service and family supports are of the highest quality. Today will be a wonderful opportunity for our students, and they're great students, to give you insight into life at CIP, accomplishments, struggles, and what they are excited about for next year. Today, we have 4 current CIP students who are excited to share more with you. Let's meet the students. I will have each student introduce themselves to you and share 3 things: their name, where they're from, and one special interest they have. I will start with myself and call on the next student, who will then call on the next. My name is Matthew Kishorek. I'm from Lee, Massachusetts, and I like to do all outdoor activities: running, camping, biking, hiking, sports, fishing, and so much more. The list goes on and on. Jared, would you like to share a little bit?
Yes, I would, Matt. Thank you. I'm Jared. I'm from Westchester, New York, not New York City, as many have been confused recently. And let me see, one special interest I have would be acting and directing. Ben, since you're the face I see most prominently on my screen, you're next.
Hello. I'm Ben Blum. I'm also from Westchester County, New York. Just Westchester County, New York. And 2 things that I enjoy would be, well, at CIP, I enjoy the Glee Club singing, and I enjoy gaming in my free time.
Great, thank you, Ben. Would you like to call on the next?
I'll call on Hannah too. I'll call on, yes.
Thank you, Ben. My name is Hannah Long. I am a current student at CIP Berkshire. I am from Beckett, Mass, not very far from CIP Berkshire. My new hobby I just found out is fishing. I just started going fishing a while ago, so that has to be one of my new favorite hobbies.
Awesome, that's awesome. Really cool.
Thank you. John, would you like to go next?
Sure, Hannah. Good afternoon. I am John Pike. I am originally from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And one of my special interests, as you can probably tell by the backdrop here, or the background of my bedroom, is puppetry.
Great, and we also have a puppetry group at CIP as one of the clubs, which is exciting. So we're gonna get into a series of questions. And we're going to start with, John, I'd like to start with you. If you'd like to share, what was life before CIP, and why did you choose to come to CIP Berkshire?
Life for me before CIP was largely spent alone and by myself. I had something that happened to me in the spring of 2011 that in many ways caused me to emotionally and socially shut down throughout all of my high school years. So I went through high school from 2011 to 2015. I graduated. I then went to my local community college, but demons just kept following me, and I really was unfocused and couldn't really get much of anything done that was meaningful. So after 2 years of being out of high school, my family mentioned that there was this program called CIP. So we took a tour of it. I think around this time in 2017, actually it was, I think the first or second week of June. I loved the 2 days that I spent up in Lee, and I told them that I was more than willing to try the CIP program and come up to Lee. So that's how I arrived.
Thank you for sharing that. Jared, would you like to share as well? what was like before CIP and why you chose to come?
Yeah, kind of similar to John's in that it was very lonely. I didn't have much of a social life going on. I just also been through a semi-recent trauma from my past. I'd also just decided to leave college and my life had absolutely no direction. But a very good friend of mine told me about the program and suggested I come visit him at the program when he was doing this meeting thing. So I got to walk around town and I just kind of fell in love with the place. And then I got a little sort of impromptu tour. And then I got to wander around a bit and I was like, this is a really interesting program. I should tell my parents about this. So I did, and I came and I ended up spending 4 years here. And I'm honestly kind of sad that I'm now in the process of transitioning out. So
It sounds like you had a great friend that made a great recommendation for you.
yeah, I did.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, that person essentially changed my life. So
That's great. Hannah, I have a question for you. So since you've come to CIP, what progress have you made?
So since coming to CIP, I made a lot of progress in my own eyes. I could see myself progressing in my job search. I always wanted to be in nursing. I wanted to become a teacher, but I drifted apart from being a teacher. So I made progress by becoming a nurse's assistant. And one big progress is getting my own apartment. I'll be moving in soon. So that is one big progress, one big goal I have reached. So I'm very proud.
Yeah, and thank you for all your hard work during this pandemic.
That's about it.
Yeah. Ben, would you like to discuss some of the progress that you've made? 'Cause you've also
Yeah.
done work as well.
Yes, I would. I've made the progress of working toward my learner's permit and my career search. At the start of my third year at CIP, I gained part-time employment at Big Y, and I'm currently in the process of starting a either business management or business technologies courses at Mildred Ellie this coming September.
Great. A lot of hard work you've put in. Great job. John, would you like to share a little bit? Because you've done a lot of work, and especially in the area of academic. Would you like to share some of your progress?
Progress that I've made, I've just been working for like a general transfer of liberal arts degree ever since the spring of 2018. I've been working at it progressively, becoming more independent in academic study. Grade point average has improved over time, and I've been able to take an increasing number of courses as the semesters have progressed. So I've increased the workload each semester. And because of that, I'm now on track to graduate by the spring of 2021, and I am possibly looking into transferring into the social work bachelor's program from Elms College, but which is held on the campus of BCC. So I'm looking to possibly transferring into there for the summer or fall of 2021.
That's awesome. And you shared during our fitness module today that you had a lot of success last semester with your grades. Do you want to just share quickly what your grades were last term with your courses that you took?
I had an A in oral communication, a B in environmental science 102, and I completed one math module. I'm hoping to complete two and be completed with all math modules by the end of the summer, so by the end of July.
Great. Congratulations on that. So Jared, I have a question for you. So what has been the most difficult challenge you've overcome so far here at CIP?
In addition to learning to live with the traumas of my past, I have to say, definitely all the social skills challenges that I face. I never had an easy time making friends growing up, and it wasn't actually easy for me even being at CIP just because of my diagnosis, but I've been working hard at that, and hopefully soon I'll be in a place where it won't be such a struggle. That's all I can really say on that front. All I kind of want to say on that front.
Yeah, great. And at CIP, you've taken on a lot of leadership roles and did some wonderful things there. So thank you for all of that.
Thank you.
Hannah, would you like to share something difficult that you've overcome?
Sure. It's actually very current what I've faced. Many of you don't know what happened in my current life. Unfortunately, when my mom, my dad, and my little sister had COVID, that was a big challenge. I didn't know how to still be myself, how to go to class, and how to still be myself. And that being said, I was still very emotional. I didn't know how to go through school and I was scared because I was very emotional. I didn't know how to wake up in the morning. I was fearing the unknown about what's going to happen to me, what's going to happen with school. So my biggest challenge was overcoming the fear of my dad of getting worse. So I pulled up my straps and I said, I can do this. I can think of my dad, but I can't let it overpower my thoughts. So I went to CIP day by day. I maintained a self-care routine that fit my schedule with work and CIP. So that was one big challenge I faced.
Thank you for being open and sharing that.
You're welcome.
So I want to talk about some fun things. Switch the tune, go into a happy place. So see, the Berkshires is a beautiful place. People travel from all over the world to come to the Berkshires. At CIP Berkshire, we have students from all over the United States, international students. So John, question for you is, what types of things do you like to do for fun with friends in the community?
What do I do out in the community? I will go walking around the town of Lee because that's just fun by itself. There is a nature trail behind what was an old central school, I think. So I've gone hiking on that a few times before with friends. And then really, I think it's not just the Berkshires, it's just the amount of fun and entertainment that can be had in Western Massachusetts in general, because that's a big part of weekend activities as well. We've traveled to Lenox for their annual fall festival, the Apple Squeeze, in late September. We've gone to a shopping center in East Hampton, in Hampton County, where they have a indoor miniature golf course slash game room with several game consoles that you can play. Then as far as anything else, we've been to the Springfield Holyoke Mall. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Outside of the Berkshires, there's Western Mass, where I think Hannah got to get a selfie with the Thunderbird from the hockey team in Springfield, and even going up to Albany, where there's the trampoline parks and different things, the museums. There's a lot to see in the Berkshires and outside of the Berkshires within an hour radius. Ben, anything that you would like to add upon the great list that John put together? Anything that's fun? You just got to mute yourself. There you go.
Mostly, no, not really. John pretty much covered it all, and you brought in the parks and everything. Me, I don't really have much to add in that specter.
One thing that comes to mind, because I'm just looking at Jared, I know he kind of started this club on Sunday. Did anyone want to share what that is?
I was waiting for someone to mention that.
The Cards Club, the Cards Against Humanity thing.
Jared, do you just want to talk to that a little bit, just about how you started it and what is cards at CIP Berkshire?
It's not really cards. We don't have like a whole variety of games. We tried that once, but it didn't really work out because no one wanted to play different games. So we just kind of settled on Cards Against Humanity. And it was a box that I own, or maybe I should say owned, because I'm thinking about donating it to the center upon my departure. So thinking about it, not promising it.
Yeah, and that's an independent group that you started up by yourself. So you reached out
Yeah, I went out, I bought the game, I bought the expansion packs, and it's a weekly thing. Well, it was a weekly thing. I'm not sure what the status is now. I know there's like an online version, but I haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah, and that just shows the leadership roles that you've taken at CIP Berkshire. So great for that. So I just have one last question, and I want to open it up to all the panelists. And you can just raise your hand. I'll call on you to answer. But in your eyes, what is the best thing about CIP Berkshire? Ben.
Well, I gave one already, which was the individualized attention by the staff, and I find that to be very comforting because I've had trouble with things most of the times, sometimes with writing and getting things together. So having individualized schedules and appointments really helps.
Great, thank you for sharing that. Hannah, did you?
Well, can you repeat the question one more time, please?
Just in your eyes, what's one great thing about CIP Berkshire?
Just the environment, how kind everyone is. The location is perfect because if you go to a downtown restaurant, everybody knows everybody, so they take care of you and they know you by name and they know that you go to CIP. So if they see that if a student is in danger, they can go to somebody from CIP Berkshire and say, hey, Hannah was hurt. Is she okay? Do a checkup on her. So it's nice to know everybody's very close.
Yeah,
It's
good.
one big family.
One big family in a small town community. And I think that's exactly why I moved to Lee to raise my family. Would anyone else? Jared? Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually speak to that point a little. I love the social atmosphere. It's probably the first place I've ever been to where I haven't hated the social atmosphere. So I gotta say, because there's such a small group, everyone really does know everyone, not just in the community, but in CIP itself. Like, it's impossible not to get close to these people and develop these connections. And these other three panelists aren't just fellow panelists, they're really good friends that I plan on carrying with me for like the rest of my life wherever I end up. So
Great, thank you for
I
sharing
don't
that.
know how to end these sentences today, sorry.
You said it perfectly, Jared. John, is there anything that you would like to add? If not, that's completely fine.
As far as anything to add that's been the best part for me about CIP Berkshire, it's getting to know people as individuals, regardless of what their differences or challenges are. That's easily been the best part for me. So,
Great, thank you for sharing that. Thank all of you out there. So thank you for tuning into our panel. I hope you were able to get a better understanding of what CIP Berkshire has to offer. And I want to thank you, our panelists, John, Hannah, Ben, and Jared. You all rock.
Thank you.
I hope you all have a safe, happy, and healthy summer. And remember, it's always a great day at CIP Berkshire.
Thank you for
everybody.
having us.